the third round of this season, and we are off. You can see the two Williams having an absolute ding-dong battle up ahead. We go down the inside, block up a little bit on the tyre. We go down the inside of Bottas, defending while he's got one. There's been contact! It's the two Williams again! And we are off, getting another shocking start once more. But here's the move. Oh, heavy impact there with Vettel and Raikkonen. And he comes across, and oh god, even bigger impact there. Oh no, we've run out of fuel. We've run out of fuel. Kvyat's coming through. Oh god, no, Kvyat.
There was more sunshine in Barcelona for the afternoon session, and a chance then to catch up on some reading, soak up a bit of sun, and grab a picture before second practice for the Spanish Grand Prix got underway. First of the frontrunners out on the faster medium tyres was four-time world champion Vettel.
Up to 130 as he comes out of the final right-hander at 16, sweeps across the start-finish line. He goes quickest, but that is not going to be the fastest time of the day, I don't think, because that didn't look a particularly comfortable lap.
But it was then time for Hamilton to put together another flying lap.
126.852, comfortably faster than the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel. There's definitely more time in the car.
Oh, Alonso's just had a spin. Complete 360. I think he kept the engine running and then brought it back round. So yeah, that was all a little bit exciting.
But despite Alonso's issue, with the Woking-based team finally looking like being competitive.
A clean lap for Jenson Button takes him up into 6th place.
So it was Hamilton who was fastest then in second practice, 0.4 of a second ahead of Vettel, followed by Rosberg and Raikkonen. Daniel Kvyat and Max Verstappen impressed, finishing 5th and 6th, while Jenson Button was a surprising 7th.
What's going on, guys? Over here. Welcome back to my F1 2015 career mode. We're back with part number 4 today for the Spanish Grand Prix. If you missed part 3, that was China and Bahrain, uploaded yesterday. You can pause the video now. Here's your chance. Go check it out by clicking my name below the video. You can go see part 3. Really jam-packed episode. But we're here for Spain, part 4, and this is the start of the part of the season where we can sort of capitalize maybe on running a little bit higher aero, because we've got Spain, which is more of an aerodynamic track. We've got Monaco coming up, and the likes of Canada as well, where we can maybe capitalize on running a little bit higher aero. Maybe not Canada, but definitely Monaco, and then the tracks after that like Silverstone, where we could get away with running a bit higher aero, having a bit more of a comfortable car to drive, and we may be getting away with a few more points than usual. So it's going to start off here at Spain. I'm feeling really confident. I'm running a little bit higher aero than I have been for the entire season. For the first time, I'm not running one rear wing for the first time this season, so that's a big change, and hopefully that will mean a bit more of a more comfortable car, I guess. So we're here for the first flying lap, diving into the first corner, third gear corner, chucking into the right, then the left here at Spain, and generally the lap felt pretty damn tight as we cut later on into this lap at the end of Sector 2, going into Sector 3. The car felt pretty planted through some of these corners. Down the straight, Stowe obviously still a little bit slow, lacking due to that Honda power unit, but we're going to come through. What is the time going to be? It's going to be a 1:25.6, so that's a pretty tasty lap time, and that's going to get us P5 so far in the session, and that is actually going to get us P7 overall. So that is a very solid qualifying time. P7. What can we do in the race? We've got a much more comfortable setup, much more comfortable feeling car, so I think we can really try and push for maybe even 6th or above. So let's see what we can do. Let's go to the race. So here we are for the Spanish Grand Prix, and this is what the grid looks like. Our teammate down in 17th place, so obviously after that spin in practice, he hasn't really been too comfortable this weekend at his home Grand Prix. Here we are in 7th place, just ahead of Bottas, but below Massa, so a little Williams sandwich, and then up front, the two Ferraris, and then two Mercs lying astern as a pair, locking out the front row. So here we are on the grid for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's going to be a 2-stop race today. Let's get some points. Let's hopefully get some more points. So here we go to 3, now 4, now 5. Red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix, and we are off and getting a horrid start once more. Look at that. The Lotus getting an absolute whirly start. Bottas is up into 7th place. Grosjean now up into 8th. I'm down to 9th. Can we dive it down the inside to try and get 7th place back? We go down the inside of Bottas. He's given us some room, and we're back up into 7th place. Going through to the next section. Look at that swooping camera angle. Lovely to see here at Spain. And we're chasing down Ricciardo now, who's in 6th place, who's dropped behind Massa, who got a brilliant start as well. Coming to the next section, swooping left, we make a little move on Ricciardo down the inside, bang tyres a little bit, but Bottas follows us through as well. So Bottas sort of just seeing my move and then just follows me straight through. So we both make that move on Ricciardo as we come through to the next section now. It's been a great start actually after that horrid little first turn, but we made it stick and we're back up into what will be now 6th place. But Bottas is fighting us very, very hard indeed, banging tyres there a little bit as he tries to overtake us, but we're not giving up. We've got a really good 6th place at the moment. This would match up finishing position in Bahrain at the moment, so we're going to try and keep it as hard as we can down to this next braking zone. Really nice camera angle. You can see the entire stream of cars behind me, so we're going to have our work cut out today. The car feels a lot more comfortable though, so I have some good hope. So we're into lap 4 now, still in 6th place. You can see now the top pack, the top 5 really got away from us, so although the car is feeling better, the pace at the beginning of this Grand Prix wasn't amazing. Locking up on the right time, Ricciardo has gone down the inside. We're going side by side, and Ricciardo has got us there for 6th place, so he's done a beautiful move there. He's seen me lock up, and he's just thought, yeah, let's have him. So he's gone up to 6th place there. We're down to 7th now, and Bottas is right up my chuff, so he'll be looking at us. We go on to the end of lap 4, onto lap 5, and surely Bottas might have a look at here. We can see on the replay cam here, we can see Bottas closing in, and he's going to get us in the slipstream. DRS wide open there. We've got DRS from Ricciardo, but it's no use. Our engine is overheating a little bit as well, but we're down to 8th place, so even with DRS off Ricciardo, it couldn't help us trying to stay with Bottas. That Williams obviously very low drag package, and he's able to get us. And now we've got Romain Grosjean sizing up a move here. He's seen that we're struggling here in this opening stint. There's no two ways about it. We are struggling here at Spain in the opening stint. You can see we're going wide a little bit with the understeer of the tyres going off, but at the same time our Honda power unit again is overheating. Definitely something to note this season, that engine management is a big thing for this McLaren Honda. You have to try and keep the temperature in a good optimum range, so we're down to lean mix to try and cool the engine. But here Romain, he comes on the left hand side, he's going to get us with the straight line speed going down with the lean mix immediately, and Grosjean has done a very nice tidy move down into the inside of that high speed chicane, and he's got us. So we're down to 9th place at the moment. The engine though is coming back into the green zone. You can see we've gone very wide there with the understeer. The tyres are going off, but can we make a move down the inside? We dive down the inside, down to 2nd gear, locked up. We just squeeze out Romain, and we're back up into 8th place. You could see the engine went green just as we went into that back straight. So as I said, that's a very, very important part of this season. You know, more than any other car, you do have to really manage the engine with the McLaren Honda and make sure it's an optimum temperature the entire time. But Grosjean there makes a move for 8th place, so he gets us back actually on the pit straight. But now we are coming in for our first pit stop. This will be for the option tyres, so we're going to the options like usual. I've said many times this season so far, the McLaren just isn't fast enough to be worth going on the prime tyres ever in the middle stint. So going to the option tyres, Grosjean I believe has already made his pit stop, so he's tried to do a little undercut on us. Hopefully we can get an overcut on him and try and see if we can try and catch him at the beginning of this stint on fresher rubber and try and get that 8th place back. So it's been a big fight here in Spain, and actually surprisingly we've been fighting for lower points than we were in Bahrain, so that's a little bit surprising to see. But there is Romain, he's going through to the first turn. We just come out of the pits now, so we haven't got an overcut, but we have got a little bit closer than we were right at the end before we made the pit stop. So hopefully on this fresher rubber we can try and catch him. As you can see on the moment on the right hand side, the tyre's a little bit cold, but they will heat up and they will come to us, and we can try and catch Romain. And then on the next lap, lap 11, we are catching Romain Grosjean, and I think Jenson Button has something to say about that.
I'm a little bit surprised. We think we've been catching cars, quite a few cars.
That is correct, Jenson. We are catching cars. We are catching one Romain Grosjean in a Lotus. We've got the DRS wide open, going down to turn 1 in 3rd gear, really getting on the curb there, right behind Grosjean, doing a little swing back. Can we swoop round this right-hander, cutting back on the racing line, down the inside? Can we get it? We get very close to Grosjean. We tap tyres there, going down the inside though. This is going to be a brilliant battle for 8th place, down the inside of Romain Grosjean, but he's sticking it around. The Frenchman is doing very well to defend from me, and this is an absolute ding-dong battle once more. We had one in China with the Williams, but now we've got one with McLaren versus Lotus. We're going around the outside, still side by side through this section. Roman, the Mercedes engine, he's got on the back of his car, helps him there to get ahead. So right now we're just going to have to tuck behind for 9th place. Again, he loses the back end, an absolute treat. So we are getting right behind him. Can we get him to the next section? We go through it on the right hand, so we've got DRS wide open now. And can we get him down the inside here? Braking very, very hard down the inside into second gear, locking up, going a little bit wide, but we have got him. We have got the Frenchman, Romain Grosjean, for 8th place. That was a very, very tough for 8th place, you must say. Wow. What a great scrap with Grosjean. That is probably the most fun I've had in the McLaren this season so far, not going to lie one bit. But now we're coming on to lap 19. It's time for our pit stop, one for the last pit stop onto those orange wall prime tyres, the hard tyres. So we'll be going to the end now. We've overtaken Grosjean, and actually, I must say, you know, in the laps we've missed that we can't to this lap 19, in the laps after, you know, overtaking Grosjean, we had some actually surprisingly really good pace. We are actually pulling away from Grosjean, and we were actually catching the top pack a little bit, but the gap was too far to catch them up, actually, you know, in the laps we had. But it was very surprising and very humbling to see finally that the McLaren had some speed to actually get away from a car instead of, you know, constantly defending. So that was very nice to see. And we come out here, you can see our teammate Alonso is yet to stop yet, and he just comes out just behind us. We just managed to get ahead of him, so he's not going to block us a little bit there. Sorry, Fernando, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but we need to really get a move on here and try and stay ahead of Roman. So Alonso then yet to make his pit stop, so he's in 10th place at the moment. Let's see where he comes at the end of the race. We're on to lap 20 now. You can see Alonso still behind us. We're coming through now. We're up into 8th place back again as Sainz make his pit stop. Alonso still yet to make his pit stop, I think, but it's going well so far. The pace has been pretty good, and we're coming to lap 28, and yet again the pace has been really, really decent. Sainz, you can see there in 9th place. He's a little bit behind us, so we've just had general pace. It's so nice to, I know I've said it a million times in this episode already, but for the first time genuinely this season I've felt comfortable in this McLaren. So far it's been a very big struggle of understeer to try and defend from the cars behind, but for the first time with a bit higher aero here at Spain, I felt genuinely like we belong here in 8th place. We've got really good pace here for 8th place, and it's just great to see. So now we're cutting on to lap 30. We've got 3 laps left of this Grand Prix. You can see the engine's pretty good temperature, so engine management has been really good. But there's a yellow flag situation, so we're going to have to see what that's about. But the engine overheats a little bit. It just starts to overheat when we over-rev it a little bit, so we need to make sure, we need to constantly kind of conserve the engine. But, oh, Bottas is off, and that's for a position. We're up into 7th. Bottas has got an absolute big issue there. I think that may be a puncher because I didn't see any smoke out of his car. So unlike Bahrain, where there was some smoke, I don't think that's an engine failure. I think that is just a puncher from Bottas. And we're up into 7th place of this Grand Prix with 2 laps to go now to lap 32. That is amazing. We've been gifted a little gift from the F1 gods there. We're up into 7th place of this Spanish Grand Prix. What an awesome turn of events. And there's another yellow flag. And there's been a big crash. Perez and Ricciardo are off, and we're up into 6th. This is absolutely amazing. We're up into 6th place of the Spanish Grand Prix. Oh my God. Ricciardo has crashed with Perez. I need to calm down. The engine is overheating, but we're in 6th place of the Spanish Grand Prix, and it's 5th place. Oh my God, Raikkonen is in the pits. Raikkonen in the pits, and we're going to come through for 5th place, our highest position in the season, and that is 5th place for McLaren Honda. Get in, lad, get in, Button. We're 5th place. What an end to this Grand Prix. What an end. What an end. Oh, I need to calm down. I need to calm down. Oh my God. 5th place. Get in. Get in. What a finish there at the Spanish Grand Prix. We've been gifted a little 5th place from the F1 gods. First Bottas, then Ricciardo and Perez. Crazy. We're going to have to look at a replay to see what went on. So this was Bottas, and we go for a slow-mo shot here. And any minute now, you'll see he's going to get a puncher there. And let's see what tyre it's going to be. So we're coming through, and there on the left rear just pops. So it just looks like Bottas really wearing his tyres, and then just there, just little pop as the tyre gets loaded. Obviously, on this right-hander, the tyres do get really loaded, really high G-force there, and so the tyre just got really loaded, and it just popped. There you can see Ricciardo goes through through Bottas. So at the moment there, Ricciardo, has also been gifted a place because of Bottas, and then he's really just having a tough time turning the corner. And then there we come, and we come into 6th place at the moment. Little did we know we were going to get 5th later on, because this is what happened to Ricciardo. So this is on the very next lap, you know, after the calamities of Bottas. Ricciardo's thinking, yeah, just got 6th place there, but then he comes through, and Perez just parks it, and Ricciardo just slams into the back of him. He's into the gravel. Perez is completely off, and he's spun round. And then there we come, just as you do. Just take that spot. Thank you very much, Ricciardo. So we're going to look on board with Ricciardo, and it just looks like it's very familiar to the crash that Hamilton had at Abu Dhabi in Season 1. Ricciardo just going the wrong way there and crashes into Perez. And then there we come in the mirrors on the right-hand side and just swoop past for 6th place. So that is awesome. And then this is what happened to Raikkonen. We have to go back 2 more laps. So this is on to lap 31, I think. And this is Raikkonen being chased down by Rosberg at the moment. But at the moment, there's Perez. So Perez still hasn't crashed with Ricciardo here in the replay game. There is Bottas. Bottas parked it up in the gravel there. So at the moment, Raikkonen's being chased down by Rosberg in the Grand Prix. He's trying to close up on these backmarker cars of, I think that's Stevens or Merry. And then we've got Perez there, another backmarker. So Perez yet to crash with anyone. So this is quite before the 2 incidents with Bottas, and this is before the incident with Ricciardo. Bottas has already parked it up, so they could see Raikkonen and Rosberg get past Stevens or Merry. Then they come through turn 1. There is Perez. Rosberg's closing up on Raikkonen. Raikkonen comes through. Perez is still going, but oh look, he's slowing down. And then what's going to happen? Oh god, Raikkonen just slams into the back of Perez. What? Just. I can't do anything but laugh. Just what is going on with the AI? So Raikkonen loses his front wing, and so we're looking on board. So through turn 3, and Perez just slows down so much, and oh, that's actually a hefty impact there for Raikkonen to lose his front wing. And Perez, I think that must be why Perez was going slowly then with Ricciardo, because he crashed with Raikkonen going very slowly, and then crashed with Ricciardo the subsequent turn, and then that's what allowed Raikkonen to pit and for me to gain 1 more place into 5th. So we've done the detective work there, and we've figured out why we've got into a brilliant 5th place. We've matched the real life result of McLaren. Obviously McLaren got 5th place in the Hungarian Grand Prix by Alonso, so we've matched the real life result in Spain. What an ending to that Grand Prix. That was an absolute stunner. That was just madness here at the Spanish Grand Prix. If you guys thoroughly enjoyed that, smash that like button, guys. It'd be absolutely awesome. We could try and get over 2,000 likes once more on this episode, guys. Comment below what you thought. If you're new around here, then do subscribe for daily Formula 1 content. It may have been a slow start to this season, but oh boy, this is heating up. We're just improving on positions, and we get more comfortable at driving the understeer. I'm getting more used to managing the engine. I'm learning that this McLaren has to be in optimum temperature, so I'm constantly trying to actually put it in lean mix in parts of the circuit at different circuits we go to try and kind of cool down the engine, and that's allowing us to get a bit more performance. And we're also getting a little bit of luck here. Luck goes a long way in F1, so it's hotting up in the championship at the moment for the races. It's hotting up, and can we get that elusive podium? The next race is Monaco. You guys have to come round for Monaco, because that is going to be our best chance for a win. Yes, you heard me correctly. If we are going to win any race this season, let alone even get a podium this season, it is going to be next race at Monaco. So you guys want to be around for that. Join me next time for Monaco. But I've been aarava. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the day, and I'll see you guys next time.